Plaintiff Vita Tompkins is a foster parent, and she claims she took in the defendant's son at the age of 10 after he'd gotten into trouble for stealing 100 cars. Vita claims while she had the defendant's son in her home, he stole her jewelry and gave it to the defendant, who pawned it. Defendant Maria Hill King claims Vita did not become a foster mother to help children. She became a foster parent for the money. Maria admits that she received some jewelry from her son, which she ended up pawning, but she had no idea the jewelry belonged to Vita.
Tell me what happened.
I'm a foster parent. I've been a foster parent for 25 years with the state of Michigan. I'm also an adoptive parent of 4 children. Her son was involved, came to live with me at the age of 10. He stole 100 cars at the age of 10.
Where do you get this, ma'am? You have any records that show that he stole 100 cars?
He told me he stole 100 cars. And he has a court file that's got 4 volumes in juvenile court.
Did he commit other crimes that you know of?
Yes, he has.
Do you think a person that commits crime is an honest person?
No.
All right. Yet you believe him when he told you he has stolen 100 cars.
Your Honor, I believe
You think that one time he decided to be honest and tell you that me and the 10-year-old, 10 years old, have stolen 100 cars. I believe that, honey.
Your Honor, his records prove it.
100 cars?
Yes, and more than 100 cars.
You have those records?
I don't have those records with me.
I know you
That's
don't.
not true.
I know it's not true. What else you want to tell me, ma'am?
He stole my jewelry, Your Honor.
Okay, that's what you're suing for, right?
He stole my jewelry. I've been a foster parent for 25 years. He was a good child. He came to me at 10. At 12.
Good child?
He was a good child when he was living with me.
Let me give you an inside scoop.
I'm just telling you.
I know.
Okay.
He told you that too, didn't he?
Yes, he did, sir.
All right, you believe that too, right?
I had no problems with him other than when he visited
All right,
his mother.
let me give you some more insight.
Okay.
If a child steals 100 cars, and you believe that, when he tells you he's a good child, don't believe that part. All right?
All right.
It's either one or the other. So let's go over it again. Do you believe he was a good child?
At times, sir, he was. When he lived with me, I had no problems with him. He was good in school.
Right.
He did everything how he told.
So when he drove one of those stolen cars to school, he was all right. He was good then when he drove the stolen car to school. But when he drove it back home,
he didn't steal a car until he was 12 years old with me, to my knowledge. He didn't have any problems.
The good years.
For the 2 years he was with me, he had good years.
Go ahead, ma'am.
The 2 good years he had.
All right. What was the nature of you all's relationship? It sounds like you all had a pretty decent relationship.
We had a pretty good, decent relationship. He was a likable youth. I really liked him.
Did you ever help get him counseling? Or
he got counseling, sir. I took him to counseling. He went to therapy. He went everywhere I could take him. When he left my home, he became a young man who was writing a book and who did a nonprofit organization.
So he turned his life around.
He turned his life around till he went home with his mom and he started doing the same things all over again.
Okay, let me hear from her.
That's not true.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
As a foster parent, you are supposed to, bring a child into your home to try to help that child. She wasn't there for the kid, to help them kids. She was there for the money. It was a money issue. Any child
How do you know,
home,
ma'am?
Because her and my auntie worked together.
And it's a money issue for your aunt.
Both of them. That's how I know. It's proof through my family member who sat there with us and talked about it.
All right, but she says your son turned his life around after he stole those 100 cars.
My son got locked up for being involved in driving in a stolen vehicle. He was not the driver. He was arrested. He did go to juvenile.
How many of them?
He only stole 2 cars. I don't know where the 100 came in at, but he was arrested for stealing because I don't think no 10-year-old.
Was that when he was with you?
Yes.
So he stole 2 with you?
Yes. And he did, in juvenile, he went to foster care and she became his foster parent.
Okay.
Now, he did go into her home and I don't know, can't tell you what happened in that home because the only time I see, I got my visits through the weekend.
And why did he have to go with someone else? Let's get to that while you're being, in my opinion, so ungrateful for her taking care. Why did she have to take care of your child in the first place?
Well, I didn't have a problem with, I could have took care of my own child.
What?
My child did something wrong with the system and he was put into juvenile. Well, you cannot be 10 years old and be in a juvenile. So they placed him into a foster care home.
And because he commits a crime.
Yes.
Every child that commits a crime is removed from their parent. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, some of them.
And that's not, you said some of them or all of them?
Most of them. I can't say all the children get placed into
All right,
homes.
let me tell you, the only ones who are placed in foster care when they commit a crime are those in which the judge has determined the parent is neglectful. All right?
Okay,
let's get that straight. In any event, ma'am, tell me about the stolen property, the amount, and how it occurred. And why do you believe she owes this amount?
Okay, Your Honor. Number one, he came in my house at 10 years old and he left at 12. The young man went home to visit his mom. I went to look for my jewelry. My jewelry was missing. I called him and his mom at home and asked him about my jewelry.
3 months later.
He said he did not have it because I don't wear my jewelry every day, Your Honor. I wanted to put it on to wear it.
Okay, and he wasn't good that day, obviously.
Well, I'm a foster parent.
Remember, he's a good kid.
I don't go out dressing every day.
You remember, he's a good kid, right?
Well, he was a good kid.
All right, so
he stole my jewelry.
He took the good day off that time.
Yes, he sure did.
All right, go ahead.
He took a lot of good days off.
All right, go ahead.
And I called Miss King and asked her about my jewelry, and she said she didn't have it. Then I called her mom, who I had a good relationship with, and she went over to Mrs. King's house with her sister.
That is not true, John.
Yes, it
Let her
is, sir.
finish. Go ahead.
She went over to her house and saw her wearing my jewelry. She described the jewelry that she had on, which was my charm bracelet, Your Honor. So she came back and told me, and I called the agency and reported it.
Thank you. I wear diamonds.
Miss King went to the agency and turned in my jewelry. Some of it.
4 rings?
And I have on a bracelet. I pay for my own jewelry.
Got a charm on it?
No.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
All right.
No.
Then why do I have the pawn tickets? Why do I have the pawn tickets?
Does that look familiar?
No, that's not mine.
Okay.
But all of it wasn't. Why do I have the pawn tickets and the police reports?
Because I gave them to you.
Whose name is on the ticket?
Her name, Maria King Hill.
How did you come to pawn her items?
I've come because my son brought them to me and said he found them. She didn't contact me till 3 months later.
Where did he tell you he found them?
He said in front of his school building.
Okay. In a
on the ground.
pouch?
Nope, he said it was on the ground. He walked out the school door when school was let out, and he said he found it there. Now, even if somebody found something, if I knew it was her jewelry, I asked my son about the jewelry. This is what he told me. This is where even though I knew somewhere he got it from. I don't know if he got it from somebody in the school, but if she knew her jewelry was missing, why she wait 3 months later to even notify the court system that he had stole the jewelry, and why you wait 5 years later to sue me?
I sued you before in 2005.
And what happened in 2005?
I got a court document saying
and what happened in 2005?
You have what?
I have court documents where a juvenile court says she's supposed to pay me $5,800 for my jewelry.
Okay, juvenile.
Ma'am?
First
She
of all,
served me
I
a
didn't get
restitution order.
Thank you, and that's what it was. It was
ordering you to pay.
Yes, ordering me. Thank you. I had no problem with that. That's why I'm trying to figure out why is she coming here. My son paid her $3,000 on that jewelry and gave her daughter a car. My son gave you $3,000 cash.
When? Tell me when.
Ma'am, when?
In year 2006.
Okay. Where did he get $3,000 from?
Because he worked for Charles Pugh for it.
He
had a job with Charles Pugh.
Okay, the council president.
Yes.
In Detroit, a friend of mine. You don't mind if I call him? And
I have no problem with that.
$3,000.
I have no problem with that.
Okay, because if you're contemptuous, contempt of court, you can get locked up.
Right.
Now.
And he also worked at Wayne State University. He was a mentor.
Okay. How old is he?
What subject?
He was 16.
What subject?
He was 15 years old at the time.
Hopefully, he had turned his life around by that time. Well, they ordered you to pay, and do you have any evidence that it was paid?
Yeah, but my son,
You have
no, I don't have no evidence with me, so no, Your
Okay,
Honor.
I'm not convinced of what you're telling me, ma'am. And you have any other evidence that perhaps some car was given to her in exchange for
No, because I
the
didn't bring
payment
the
of the
title back with me.
restitution? All right, you say you haven't
Your
received
Honor, I've
anything?
never received anything from
All
her
right,
son,
$5,000 is your judgment.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
sir.
day, and I'm glad to hear your son turn his life around. Tell him I said congratulations.
I did not become a foster mother for the money. I still take care of my foster children when they're gone, and I've taken care of his son when he's left my house. He still came over to visit.
I ain't even trying to hear her. I'm glad this is over. Now she got what she wanted.
That's
now we
right.
all can go about our business and quit harassing my phone. Do not call my mother. Do not call me. Don't call nobody in my family. Just stop it.